Have you ever stood in front of the mirror and asked yourself, why can't I just stay consistent? Why do I keep giving in? You say you'll wake up early. You don't. You say this is the last time you text her back. It isn't. You promise you'll stop chasing temporary pleasure and focus on building yourself. But somehow you always end up right back where you started. Now let me ask you this. What if I told you that the answer to your lack of discipline isn't about being stronger, or tougher, or working harder, but about learning how to think clearly, calmly like a Stoic? Before we dive deep, take a moment. Hit that subscribe button and like this video, not just because it helps the channel, but because what you're about to hear can genuinely shift the course of your love life, your career, your mental strength. And I mean that. Stay with me until the end, because when you understand these 10 Stoic principles, not just in your mind, but in your bones, you'll stop negotiating with your lower self. Let's build some real discipline, the kind that doesn't shake when life does. Let me take you on a journey through story, through wisdom, through the fire of self-mastery. Number 1, control what you can, release what you can't. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind and not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Let me tell you about a man named Aaron. Aaron was going through a breakup, the kind that takes your breath away and not in a good way. He couldn't eat. He couldn't sleep. He kept refreshing his phone, waiting for a message that never came. He was drowning in things he had no control over. Her choices, her silence, her confusion. One night he found a Stoic journal online, and for the first time he read the words, "Focus only on what is within your control." That night something clicked. He deleted the thread, went to the gym, took a cold shower, and wrote down 3 things he could control: his health, his schedule, his mind. Discipline begins there. Not in the gym, not in your goals, but in refusing to waste emotional energy on things beyond your command. Number 2, practice voluntary discomfort. Seneca said, "Set aside now and then a number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare." Have you ever noticed how easy life makes it to be soft? One-click food, instant dopamine, heated seats. But the Stoics knew, comfort is a lie. Real discipline is born in discomfort, not forced but chosen. There was a young guy named Eli, mid-20s, smart but soft. He started doing cold showers every morning, not because it was trendy, but because he hated it. It taught him to say yes to discomfort on purpose. It taught him that pain is temporary but power is permanent. Discipline doesn't grow in cozy rooms. It grows in the cold. Number 3, delay gratification like a warrior. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Discipline is delayed gratification in motion. I want you to picture this: 2 paths. One leads to pleasure now and regret later. The other, pain now, mastery later. Most people pick the first and stay stuck. But those who can wait, they build empires. I had a client once, talented musician, but every time he sat down to practice, he'd scroll Instagram for just a second. That second turned into an hour. So I challenged him to lead it for 30 days. He resisted. He stalled. But he finally did. And in that 1 month, he produced his best work. He told me, "Bro, I feel free." That's what delayed gratification gives you, freedom. Number 4, live by a code, not emotion. Emotions are weather. Your code is climate. The Stoics believed in living by principles, not moods. You wake up and feel lazy? Doesn't matter. Your code says wake up, train, work, serve. Let me introduce you to Maya. She was an early riser, until she started dating a guy who partied late. She found herself sleeping in, skipping workouts, eating out. But one morning, hungover and empty, she wrote down her personal Stoic code. It said, wake up before the sun, do hard things first, speak less, listen more. She pinned it on her mirror. Every day, rain or shine, her friends said she changed. She said she remembered who she was. Discipline is remembering who you are, even when you don't feel like it. Number 5, negative visualization. Prepare for the worst. Imagine losing it all. Not to depress yourself, but to train yourself. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, thinking ahead to what could go wrong, so it wouldn't shake them. Meet James. He used to panic before business presentations. Sweaty palms, shaky voice. His mentor told him, Spend 10 minutes every morning imagining it bombing. Total failure? Now what? At first it felt dark, but after a week he noticed something. His fear shrank. His confidence grew. Why? Because he had rehearsed the worst. Nothing caught him off guard. Discipline comes from knowing even your worst-case scenario can't break you. Number 6, amor fati, love your fate. Not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it. Marcus Aurelius. This is the hardest one. To not just accept pain, but embrace it. To say, this is mine. This is meant for me. I knew a man named Daniel. Lost his job. Got dumped. Broke his ankle all in 1 week. He could have crumbled, complained, played victim. Instead, he whispered, amor fati. I will love this too. He started a blog about rebuilding. People resonated. It took off. That pain, it made him who he was. Discipline isn't just about controlling your habits. It's about embracing your hardships. Number 7, keep death in mind, memento mori. Nothing focuses the mind like mortality. There's a reason warriors carved skulls into their armor. It wasn't to be dark, it was to remember time is running out. A woman named Claire kept a small hourglass on her desk. Every time she procrastinated, she'd flip it and ask, is this what I want to do with this hour of my life? It changed everything. Memento mori isn't morbid, it's freeing. When you realize death is coming, distractions start to look stupid. Discipline thrives when you realize how little time you really have. Number 8, associate with the wise. You become what you give your attention to. Epictetus. You're not just fighting yourself, you're fighting your environment. Your discipline dies a slow death in rooms full of gossip, cheap pleasure, and distraction. There was a guy named Josh, gym rat, but he kept falling off track. Why? His roommates partied every weekend. Fast food, no sleep. He moved out, joined a men's group that trained at 5 a.m. and read Seneca together. Within months, his entire life changed. Discipline isn't just personal, it's social. Find people who make you sharper or walk alone until you do. Number 9, journal daily with brutal honesty. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. Journaling isn't cute, it's confrontation. Every night write down, what did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What will I do differently tomorrow? There was a quiet guy named Noah, barely spoke, but his journal was thunder. He wrote like he was talking to his future self. And that future self, strong, focused, clear. Your discipline grows in self-reflection. Most people are too scared to face themselves. You won't be. Number 10, progress over perfection. Perfectionism is a clever disguise for fear. The Stoics knew, you will fall, you will mess up. But the point isn't to never fall, it's to never quit. Let me leave you with the story of Ray. Ray wanted to quit smoking. He lasted 3 days, then relapsed. Again and again. But each time he journaled, trained, prayed, read Epictetus. 1 day turned into 3, then a week, then a month. He told me it wasn't one big moment. It was 100 tiny ones where I didn't give up. That's stoicism. That's real discipline. Not perfect, but persistent. You made it to the end. That says a lot about you. You're not here for fluff. You're not here to be coddled. You're here because something inside you wants to rise, to become disciplined not just in action but in character. That's stoicism, not a philosophy, a way of life. And if you live it, she'll notice. The world will notice, but more importantly, you'll notice. You'll look in the mirror and finally respect the man staring back. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time.